Marion here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my back to school 2020 edition video. So I want to share with you guys our back to school prep and some of my thoughts and feelings about going back to school because this is such a special year. So I was kind of going around my house getting everything ready for our first day of school, which is tomorrow. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of bring you guys along and just talk about it because it is such a different year and I think it'll be kind of fascinating to look back at this time. Okay, so let me show you guys what I got going on. And by the way, if this is your first video here, welcome. My name is Marion. I make videos about being a mom and being a Jewish mom, and I would love if you stuck around and subscribe for more and give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. And if you want to see my day-to-day life with my kids, then don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Okay, so I have gathered, let me see if I can show you guys. By the way, before I get started, this is our new house, and right over there used to be, that's my husband walking by, a door to our, what is now our playroom. I've asked him not to make too much noise. So there used to be a door right there at the playroom, and I was like, yeah, I want to get rid of that door so that I can see the kids while I'm cooking and stuff, which has turned out great, except for when I'm filming. Now you guys can see the mess in the playroom, but ignore that. Okay, so I want to show you guys, we have tons of really different things going on for this year and some of the same. We've been using this backpack for 2 years now. It's from Pottery Barn Kids. Max has the Hot Wheels edition. He also has an extra little pouch for nothing really. It was just, I bought it. We also have the lunch box that comes with this, but we're not allowed to bring a soft cloth lunchbox this year. So instead of the matching lunchbox, I had bought him a YumBox. We used a Bentgo in previous years that just fit in the Pottery Barn one, so we were gonna put this inside anyways. I just wanted to try out a new brand this time around. Our Bentgo lasted 3 years. That was great, and I had heard great things about the YumBox too. It was so cute. When this delivered, it was probably a month ago, and we weren't 100% about going back to school yet. When this came in the mail, Max played back to school all day, every day. He was so excited about his lunchbox. Which brings me to a sad note, which is that we just found out that they also are not allowed to have hard plastic lunchboxes either. We need to send everything in a disposable paper bag. So I got these on Amazon. I wanted to get white ones just so I could color on them and kind of make them fun. I thought maybe if we decorated them together, it would be cute. Because like I said, he was so excited for his lunchbox that I'm like, oh God. It was it's symbolic. Obviously, I care way more than I know he will. Everything. It's the parents care. It's so much more important to them than the kids. But I felt like it was a piece of home, that he was taking with him in the day. When you open your lunch, it's you're reminded of mom. I know, 4-year-olds probably not reminded, but in my head, that's how it works. So I thought if I got white bags and decorated them with him, it'd kind of be nice. So anyways, but they're a little bit small, so I think I'll probably have to send 2. I don't know, this is what happens when you order on Amazon 2 days before school starts. So that's lunch taken care of. Then we were asked to provide a pair of rain boots because they're going to be spending as much time as possible outside. These were also on Amazon because, again, I only had his rain boots from last year and I didn't realize that I'd need rain boots for, day 1, and he was the next size up. So these are some sea turtle ones he picked out with me. They were only $25. I think they're really cute. And inside, I have his name. By the way, I was going to mention this too. Everything is labeled with these name bubbles. I've used these for a few years also as well. In fact, I've used the same pack. They've lasted so long. I think this is the daycare pack it's called. So you get shoe labels, labels that are dishwasher, microwavable, and freezer safe, and clothing labels, and some big labels. So this is great for kids back to school, especially these days where you don't want them mixing anything up. I've been labeling absolutely everything with the name bubble, so I really recommend them. I will link it down below. The other thing that's really different this year is we need a touchless thermometer. So every morning at drop-off, we fill out a COVID questionnaire that we haven't experienced any symptoms or been in contact with anyone. And we also are going to do a temperature check right in front of the teacher at drop-off. And I got this brand Diamed. I bought this at Home Depot. It's seriously every temperature is over 101, like between 105 and 106, which we definitely do not have that high fevers, especially not for weeks on end. Thank God we're not sick, so I know there's something wrong with this thermometer and I have to give it back. But school's starting tomorrow, so I'm just bringing our usual trusty one. This is the Braun Thermoscan, I think it's called. I actually love this thermometer. It works in, I think, 3 seconds in the ear. For babies, for kids, this is great. So I'm just gonna bring this one for the first day and like apologize that I don't have a touchless one. It's like so crazy for the first day. Oh my goodness. Okay, other than that, we've got Max's water bottle. This is the Yeti one. I know what you're thinking, like, why'd you buy a Yeti for your kid? Because he literally holds it and carries it around all day. It goes through so much. It is constantly being thrown everywhere. Like, it survives. It goes through the ringer. And I've actually love this more than any other bottle we've tried because of how durable and nice it is, and it keeps the water cold. My only thing which I like to mention is if you have a kid who's not verbal yet or not verbal and can't tell the teacher that it's out of water, I don't like using a water bottle where the teacher can't see in, because they might not realize that the bottle's out of water and your kid could be thirsty. It just makes me cry thinking about it. I'm so emotional. But yeah, so just be cautious. My kid is 4, so he's definitely old enough to say this bottle's empty. Okay, then let's talk about masks. This is my kid's mask. It's from the brand Joalove. It's his absolute favorite. He will not wear any other mask. Believe me, I have tried. This is his favorite. They're $20, so they are expensive, but at the same time, he loves it and wears it and keeps it on for hours. So it is what it is. I put his little label on the inside. I'm expecting another package of these to arrive today. They were like out of stock and he only wanted this color, and it's, you know, calamity. But hopefully we will have a few to start the year off tomorrow with. I'm sure I'll be having to buy more because they need to wear masks all day. Mandated by law, all kids over 2 have to wear masks all day. Teachers are wearing masks as well. I'm comforted by that because I know, you know, that it really helps prevent the spread of disease and germs. But of course I feel for him that he has to wear it. But I've seen him like with his friends playing outside and stuff, and when they wear the masks, they don't care. They're fine. They're happy. We've been practicing at Target, the grocery store. He's really good, thank God, at wearing the mask. So I'm good about that. I wanted to show you guys also, I bought myself a Joalove mask because they're so nice. They really fit like big faces, I think. They go all the way around. So yeah. Anyways, but they're expensive and they take a long time to ship, so I recommend them, but with an asterisk. While we're on the subject of masks, I thought I would just show you guys. These are the ones from Disney.com. These were the original ones. They might have updated them a little, but they're very small masks, so those didn't work for us. We had one made by a friend with Lightning McQueen on, but the ear loops were too tight, so I'm going to try and cut them and make them a little bit longer. Just another little mom project for you. Other than that, I got these antibacterial hand wipes, and I also have hand sanitizer. They're not using them at school. They're washing hands like all the time. I want to just put them in his backpack so that like between drop off and pick up, if anything goes on, I can just quickly wipe his hands. So it's more for me, it's not for actual school. Then I have a bunch of stuff that we dropped off on our Meet the Teachers Day. We got to meet them in the parking lot outside with masks on, but the teacher was able to like take her mask off so they could see her face, which was really nice. She read them a story and the kids played outside. It was all safe and nice. So I'm gonna cut back to that footage of me prepping all the stuff that had to be sent to the preschool in advance. Okay, so tomorrow is our meet and greet with Max's teacher. So I'm prepping. They asked us to bring some of the supplies we're gonna need for the year tomorrow to drop off. So I labeled them all. What I did is I just used a piece of paper and put tape over it and put Max's name and his class. So they asked for 2 gallon-sized bags of Ziplocs, a quart-sized bag, some wipes, which I should have used a Sharpie and not the marker that I used. Oh my goodness. So I guess I have to relabel that one. And then I have all his paperwork for going back to school that we had to get the, I'm like talking behind you guys, that we had to get the pediatrician to sign and everything. And then the other thing that they asked us to bring, which they do every year, is photos, because they have photos of the kids up around the class. So when they get there, you know, they see themselves and they also see their family. So Max has helped us pick. So they asked for 2 pictures of the child, and then 1 family picture. And Max wanted this one from when one of our hiking expeditions that we went on. So I have those ready to go. So we've got the Ziplocs, the wipes, a million papers, our photos, thermometer. I think that's everything I need for tomorrow. Hi, Corey. Max, I have a question for you.
Where?
Come here. Are you excited to start school next week? Are you excited to go back to school next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, come tell me about it. Friend?
Yeah.
Yeah? What
I'm
else?
so excited to see my friends that I know.
Are you excited to meet your new teacher?
Yes. So my old school has some cars.
Your old classroom? I'm sure your new classroom will have some too, don't you think?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so that is my back to school prep. And then before we go, I just wanted to end on how I'm feeling about all this. So it's been 6 months since we've been in school, and there have definitely been some long, hard days. I've been home by myself. You know, my husband's been working. He has been here, like, able to have lunch with us, or sometimes and work early and work later at night instead. So he's definitely been a huge help. And at the beginning, we weren't seeing any grandparents or family because, you know, we were nervous and like, nobody knew what was going on. So there was definitely a while where it was all me with a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old and a 1.5-year-old all day, with nothing to do and nowhere to go, and those were long, long days. And it's funny, we were thinking about how when this all went down, it was like just before spring break was supposed to happen, and I was like, before this all happened, I was like, how am I ever gonna get through spring break? Like 10 days with nothing to do. And it ended up being 6 months, but we got through it, and we actually ended up having some lovely days, some of our best days. We really got into the routine of not having a routine. Every morning we'd wake up, we'd take a long time getting going and getting dressed, having breakfast, and then we'd go for an hour to hour and a half stroller walk. That was like the main thing we did, especially before playgrounds opened. Come back, have lunch. My younger son would have his nap. My older son and I would watch TV together, usually Clifford now, Stinky and Dirty, or some of his favorite, Sesame Street. And then in the afternoon they'd play, and then it was dinner time. So somehow we got through the days, and they were nice. And I was thinking about how it's really been this kind of amazing opportunity to be home with him, because normally he'd be at school and camp and I wouldn't have this like extended time with him. So it's kind of like, you know, when you go on vacation and you're like with each other all the time, and it's like each day lasts longer, and it's like, wow, we had this amazing, crazy time, you know, being together. So it's definitely not a vacation, but that sort of element of being together all the time, cherishing that time together, has been special. And again, I'm talking this all like we're never going back to lockdown. I'm hoping we never have to go back to lockdown. We'll see how things go. And the other thing I just want to say is I feel very confident about going back to school. It's definitely the right decision for my family. His preschool is opening up. It's really small classes. They're doing everything possible to limit the spread of any germs, and if God forbid something happens, only one class would be affected. So of course there's worry and concern, but I honestly feel like it's more dangerous every time we go to the grocery store or Target, where people are like not wearing their masks the right way or doing whatever. So ultimately, like, we are taking on some risk every time we go out and do stuff, and this is the only thing I feel like is worth the risk. Like, we don't go to restaurants, we don't do anything we don't need to do, but for him to be in school, I think, is the only important thing. So we're just praying for a healthy and good year. I feel so happy and so excited for him to be back with his friends. This is another topic I was like, you know, gonna get into, but that, like, you know, humans were made for social connection. Like, we're a herd group of people. Being together is like a primary survival component, and children were not meant to be, you know, locked away with their parents in their house. And even though I know, you know, that's not the reality of the situation, obviously, and we're just doing the best we can, Sometimes, you know, when between the ages of 3 and 3.5, you don't get to see any other children your age, like that makes a big impact on your life. And I know there's so many kids who are desperate to go back to school and can't right now, and it just breaks my heart. And the whole thing, like, it's become so political and everything. And, you know, aside from all that, I'm just talking about doing what's best for our kids and reducing risks everywhere else so that they can go to school. That's the most important thing. So that's how I'm feeling on this eve of Back to School 2020. I hope you guys like this video, found it interesting, all the different stuff and some of the traditional stuff we have for back to school season. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel to see more, and check out my Instagram for our first day of school pictures. See you in the next one. Bye!